The third thing that excites me is Travis's creations. Whether it's something that we're building together, like a rabbit hutch or a rabbit tractor, or something that he just takes off and builds, he is always 3 steps ahead of me. My name is Laura. I am a full-time caregiver for my father. When he is feeling well, we go on adventures. I love my father, but being a full-time caregiver is stressful. My chosen stress reliever is dirt therapy. Hey everyone, it is Monday, July 24th, and I have been tagged in a YouTube video going around called 5 Question Tag. The 5 questions are 3 channels that inspire you, name 3 things that you're good at, name 3 things that excite you, and what do you do to relax, and then you're to tag 5 other YouTube channels. So the 3 channels that inspire me. One is Midwest Gardner. I was looking for gardening channels in Missouri, couldn't find any, so I had to settle on a channel that is in Zone 6. Midwest Gardner, his name is Jim, and he's in Kansas, but he is in Zone 6, so I can discover lots of stuff that he does. For example, he is why I have planted peanuts, and he's also why I am on the hunt for milkweed pods that attract monarch butterflies. And so just because of him, I've learned lots of new stuff. Then another channel that inspires me is WeedemandReap. I was born and raised here in Missouri, but when I was 24, I moved to Arizona, and I tried to garden there and failed miserably. I didn't know anything about raised bed gardening at the time, and just different area, different zone, and didn't know anything. But by watching her channel, I realized that gardening is possible anywhere. You just have to change your method. Then the third channel that inspires me, the channel is called JoJo. It is a son and his mother. His mother has dementia, and they are starting a movement called Molly's Movement, where they are trying to bring awareness to dementia, and they're doing some pretty wonderful stuff. So it is very inspiring to watch. They are trying to get recognized by Ellen DeGeneres, because she played Dory on Finding Nemo, and he is just trying to bring awareness to the condition, and also try to raise government funding to help find a cure, as well as ease the suffering of those who are battling dementia, as well as their loved ones or their caregivers. Then 3 things that you're good at. Well, I have discovered that through caring for my father, you have to have routines. It makes caring for somebody else so much better if you stick to a routine. You'll do better. You will, or I do at least. I have a tendency to forget things. So if I have a routine, after I do this, this is next, and this, and then this, I'm less likely to forget stuff. So I've adapted routines in everything. Being a fool. My father has a saying that he used to tell my mom all the time, and it is, no fool, no fun. So when he starts kind of getting inside his own head, or he just has a look on his face like he didn't expect things to happen this way, I'll try and do something goofy. Cross my eyes, stick my tongue out at him, make a funny face, just anything to kind of bring him out of his own head and hopefully smile. Usually he'll smile. So I play the fool a lot, on purpose and sometimes not on purpose. Then being practical. I I just have to be frugal. I have to be common sense, or what I think is common sense. Some people may disagree. Case in point, when I do my canning, I have wide mouth jars and small mouth jars, and I hate using the small mouth jars, but I won't throw them away and replace them. And the other day Travis went shopping, and he brought back some weird size. It was a 1.5 pints, which I have pint or I have quart, and this was going to throw my storage system off, so I had to do the practical thing and take them back and get the right size. And I'm pretty sure that Travis knew I would do that, so he knows that I'm practical. 3 things that excite me. Well, traveling excites me. Travis and I, we've always felt like we either didn't have enough money or we had too many responsibilities, so we haven't done a lot. We've done some, but our life goal is when we are both retired and our responsibilities have decreased, our plan is to travel. You know, we're going to get a travel trailer or a fifth wheel or something and travel around. So the idea of traveling excites me, and what little traveling or any little outing that we do get to do now brings happy and joy and excitement to me. Try new experiments. I think you've seen some of my enthusiasm over the stuff I've tried. For example, the peanuts and the avocado. I have a catchphrase that I use a lot. It says, "Let's see what happens." And I get a lot of joy out of doing something that shouldn't work, but then it does. The avocado, there's no way I'm going to keep that thing alive here in Missouri, but for right now I'm having fun with it. And trying the peanuts, I didn't realize you could grow them in zone 6, so I'm pretty excited to watch that progress, even though I don't feel like I'm real successful in it. I didn't plant them on time and different stuff, but you know, it still brings entertainment and some excitement to me. And then the third thing that excites me is Travis's creations. Whether it's something that we're building together, like a rabbit hutch or a rabbit tractor, or something that he just takes off and builds, he is always 3 steps ahead of me. He'll start in on a project. I will have no clue what it is or how it's going to work, but about 3/4 the way through, then I start seeing the picture that he's had in his head from the beginning. And so I love it when he does a project for me, because it always works really well and it always makes my life easier. You know, some of the projects that he's working on now are just, I'm excited to get them done so that I can, you know, make some jobs that are kind of tasking easier. So his creations excite me. He's pretty awesome when it comes to building stuff. What do I do to relax? Well, gardening. Gardening is something I do to relax. It, you know, there's nothing better than being out in the garden in the early morning barefoot and just taking care of the plants that you've planted, and you know, knowing the potential of having food, and the routine of planting, caring, harvesting, preserving. It's just relaxing to me. Even the work, even the stuff that I don't like doing, like pulling weeds, or you know, mainly pulling weeds is what I hate doing, but it's still part of gardening, so I do it. And then in the winter, when you can't really be out in the garden, I switch over to yoga. Yoga is pretty relaxing to me. The anxiety release that yoga does is just phenomenal. just makes my day better when I can do yoga. Although earlier this spring, I was trying to do everything. I was trying to do yoga, and I was trying to get my gardening in, and it was actually causing me anxiety to try and fit everything in. So I realized that if it creates anxiety, stop doing something. So I've not done yoga since early spring, but I know that when gardening is done, then I can switch back to doing yoga, and I will still have my stress releaser. 5 channels that that I wanted to mention. I imagine this segment of this challenge, you're supposed to name 5 channels that are kind of small and not very recognized, but I am so new and I am so small that pretty much everyone is bigger than I am. So I'm going to just list 5 channels that I watch and a little bit about why I watch them. And some of these are huge channels. One channel has over 429,000 subscribers. So, but it's just a channel that I like watching, and so anyways, I will list them, and then you're also supposed to tag these channels in your description so that if you want to go find these channels, then it creates an easy link and you can go find them. So the first channel that I'm going to mention is Jay Bates, and this is actually a woodworking channel that Travis likes to watch, but I enjoy the channel because he's got some pretty awesome technical stuff in it. He's got some really nice cameras, and he has done a lot of work with lighting to make his videos really well displayed. And he's got some pretty awesome graphics, I'll say. He's got some pretty advanced editing software. Then I want to mention Deelovelylife. She is also a caregiver. She takes care of her mother. She does a lot of day in the life type videos, or shopping videos, or how she does her meal plans, just different stuff that she does. But she's also a caregiver for her mother, so I really like watching her channel. The Strokevangelist, he is a very small, very new, he's actually the one person that is smaller than me that I have found. He himself suffered a stroke, and he posts short videos that are basically his workout routine, what he does for rehab. And he's just inspiring, because just because you've had a stroke doesn't mean that you have to stop. You know, you can come back from them if you're motivated enough. So he is pretty awesome. Then I watch Amy Fewell, the Fewell Homestead. You know, they have, you know, what you would expect from a homestead channel. They have animals, they do gardening, they do frugal living, they do simple living. You know, and it just kind of what their lives are like and why they choose to do it. And I mean, actually a lot of what they do is just a way of life for a lot of people in this community. Gardening and livestock, it's just how I was raised, actually. Then my 5th channel that I just like to watch, and this channel is huge, but I enjoy it. It's Bat Dad. And his poor wife, he irritates the hell out of her, and somehow he just keeps coming up with new stuff. He's got kids, and he's always just picking on his kids, actually, kind of. He does the alter ego that he is Bat Dad, and he's just funny. His wife Jen, I don't know how she puts up with him. So there are my 5 channels that I wanted to mention, and that's it. See y'all later.